This is The Herd, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and right here, FS1. Joy Taylor is joining me. Coming up, the Raiders are at the Niners tonight on Fox. Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't play. C.J. Beathard, we think, will play. And it's John Gruden, who has a sit-down with Howie Long. In 15 minutes, we sit down, a former NBA great player. He played for the Miami Heat, among others. Tim Hardaway was a 5-time All-Star. His thoughts on the Jimmy Butler situation. Jimmy Butler doesn't want to play for the T-Wolves. He wants to play somewhere else. It's kind of maybe a subtle protest by Jimmy Butler. And Jimmy Butler's a real player. He's an all-star level player. So how does that work out? Tim Hardaway will join us for that. And I'm going to hand out my NFL mid-season awards in Best for Last. So I'll hand out my NFL mid-season awards in 40 minutes from now. Well, another day and more praise for an admittedly great quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. This time the praise came from Bill Belichick.
Killed us the last time we played him, so he's a great player. He does everything well. He's reads coverage as well. Very accurate throwing the ball. It's just one of the great quarterbacks. In the National Football League, no question about it. Does everything good. I'd say playing against Aaron Rodgers is very, very difficult. He's as good as anybody that I've faced, and we faced a lot of good ones through the years.
Okay. They're going to face off Sunday. There is no comparison between Brady and Rodgers. Let's get past that. Here's who you should compare Aaron Rodgers to. Big Ben. Big Ben and Aaron Rodgers are very, very comparable. Let's talk head coach. Okay, Mike Tomlin, Mike McCarthy. They both have a good head coach. Neither one of those coaches is Bill Belichick. Vince Lombardi, Bill Walsh. They're both very good coaches, though not considered the best coach in the game. Both franchises are blue bloods, Packers, Steelers. They both went to non-traditional college football programs. Cal, in fact, junior college Cal for Aaron, Miami of Ohio for Big Ben. Neither was taken number one in their draft class at their position. In fact, both have used that as a chip on the shoulder. Aaron fell in the draft, and Big Ben was the third quarterback taken in his draft. Both are very, very outspoken against their very popular franchise. Aaron Rodgers has taken not even thinly veiled shots at the Packers bosses. And Ben has taken multiple shots at the Steelers and Mike Tomlin. Both have had really, really, really nice weapons, both better than Brady. Ben's had Plaxico and Hines Ward, Santonio Holmes, Juju Smith-Schuster. Aaron, that's Big Ben. Aaron's had Donald Driver, Jordy Nelson, Greg Jennings, Devontae Adams. Those are really above-average wide receivers. Both generally have good offensive lines. In fact, if you look at their playoff histories, it's very similar. Aaron Rodgers' playoff losses. He's lost to some really good quarterbacks. He lost to Russell Wilson's going to be a Hall of Famer. Carson Palmer may be a Hall of Famer. And Matt Ryan's very good. But he's also got some stinkers. Aaron Rodgers lost as a huge favorite to Eli Manning. He lost to Colin Kaepernick twice. And he lost to an old Kurt Warner. Big Ben the same. He's got some playoff losses, 2 times to Brady and to Peyton Manning. But Big Ben's also got some stinkers in the playoffs. He lost to Tebow, David Garrard, Blake Bortles. Ben and Rodgers are both elusive and scramblers and ad-libbers. That creates all-time highlights. And it creates improvisation, which can drive teammates and coaches crazy, and bad interceptions, and plays out of the pocket where you get hurt. In fact, both are always playing at about 90% health. Aaron's increasingly banged up. Big Ben last 3 years increasingly banged up. You giving me these Rodgers-Brady comparisons. Stop it. But when you start piling up trophies, Tom Brady doesn't have a trophy case. He's got a trophy room. He doesn't have a trophy wall. He's got a trophy room. Their personalities aren't the same. Brady is more coachable, more humble, less condescending, not as aloof. Aaron is Big Ben. And by the way, both will be first ballot Hall of Famers. To Aaron's credit, he no longer wants to hear about the comparisons to Tom Brady.
You look at MJ and LeBron, you know, it's tough to settle any of those debates because there's the what-if game and the situation game and who you played for and what era you played in. And I'm just worried about winning right now. And he's got 5 championships, so that ends most discussions, I think.
That's very appropriate, very accurate. It shows Aaron Rodgers' intelligence, understanding, self-awareness. This is not a bash Aaron Rodgers segment. Rodgers is Big Ben. From the franchise to the coach to the style to the outspokenness to the banged up to the ad-libbing to the playoff failures, they're right aligned with each other. And they are 2 of the greatest quarterbacks I've ever seen. But they're not close to the greatest quarterback I've ever seen, and that's Tom Brady. Lakers won last night, had a couple of big leads, almost blew the game. I'm not going to break down an NBA regular season November-October game. I'm not going to. But I will tell you this. It once again proved Lonzo Ball's better than Rondo, and I've been on this for 2 weeks. Lonzo Ball played twice the minutes of Rondo last night. The Lakers won again when that happens. That's happened 4 times. They're 3-1, and the only loss was in overtime. Lonzo, by the way, was 3 for 3 on threes. Lonzo, by the way, had 7 assists and no turnovers. And Lonzo has separated himself defensively. He is much better than Rondo. For all the Lonzo Ball haters, he is better than Rondo, and the Lakers are better when he plays more minutes than Rondo. Rondo is moody and inconsistent. Rondo picks his spots, TV games, TNT, when he wants to play well. Last night was not a big TV game. They played the Mavericks. It was a Wednesday. Nobody watched. And Rondo was 2 for 7 and had a minus 21 plus minus. Lonzo should be playing 3 minutes for every minute Rondo plays. Lonzo is better than Rondo. And Lonzo's the future, not Rondo. And here's the other thing, is that Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and Lonzo, they're boys. They're buddies. They're friends. Rondo isn't friends with anybody. In an article a year ago, he said, quote, "I'm not really into people," unquote. Rondo is the NBA's transient, moody vagrant who shows up in a town, doesn't make friends, sometimes helps you win, and then people tire of him. Watch the Lakers with Lonzo last night. Better communication, cleaner, the ball moves better, the team is better, and they win. Luke Walton, I think he's figuring it out. Lonzo's better for the team, better for the results, and Lonzo is better than Rondo. You know, something else with Lonzo Ball, and I know LeVar Ball is very controversial, and a lot of people don't like LeVar Ball, his dad's methods, right? I always said I'm not going to criticize a dad, period, but I'm not going to criticize a dad that got his kids to UCLA. Here's what's interesting. One of the things that you could argue is that Lonzo is used to having a big personality in his life. He's okay being in the shadow. He doesn't need to walk in the room and be the loudest, the biggest, the most talked about. Lonzo's always fit right in. LeVar Ball, I've seen him, when he's with Lonzo together, I've seen them, is Lonzo sort of is in the shadow, sort of obeys dad, is very quiet, listens to dad, laughs with dad, but doesn't need to dominate the room. LeBron's a dominating figure in the room. LeBron dominates the ball, dominates the headlines, is going to dominate. He's the most verbal player in the NBA on the floor. Is it possible, I know everybody wants to bang on LeVar Ball, but is it possible that Lonzo, growing up with this outspoken, loud, funny, personality-driven dad, and he was in the shadow of it, fits perfectly without agitation with a big, global, star, verbal LeBron James? I don't know if this is true, but it seems to me that Lonzo's grown up in an environment, he's cool with the shadow. He's cool with it. He's cool with it. And, you know, some of that comes from who we grow up with. So I think he, personality-wise, really works with LeBron James. Five-time All-Star, all-time great Tim Hardaway is around the corner. And my mid-season NFL awards I'm handing out, plus Joy Taylor's got Herdline News around the corner. Nothing like a hug to make us feel better and to make us feel safe. When the tough weather hits, you want somebody hugging the road. Michelin premium wiper blades also hugging your windshield. It features exclusive Smart Flex technology. Unparalleled, streak-free, all-season, long-lasting performance. And we're now in November. Drizzles, monsoons, raining sideways. You'll get all three. Michelin engineers have developed the perfect blades for you in any weather. Snow, ice, hail, whatever. It automatically flexes to the curve of your windshield. Get ready. You want better visibility? Michelin premium wiper blades. You want better clarity? Drive safely. And they make it easy to get. You can get it at Amazon, Pep Boys, Walmart, all these other retailers. Michelin premium wiper blades with exclusive Smart Flex technology.